We want to talk to you now about this controversial video, okay? It's a father. He's got his 4-year-old running next to his car or his truck or whatever, and he's talking to him about football and all these things. In order to judge, first you must watch it, then we'll tell you what the father says, then we'll talk about the reaction. Here's the video.
Come on, faster. See how fast we're going. Come on, run faster. Going 8 miles an hour. Pick that up. Come on, faster.
I'm both not again.
Come on. I don't want to hear your excuses. Run, we'll run your over. Come on. You better hurry up. Yeah, that's what I thought. You better grab another gear.
All right, so that's the relevant part of the video. Nothing worse happened in that. Nothing really else happens. But there was a huge reaction. A lot of it very vicious. The father's explanation first before we begin the discussion. Here's what he had to say.
See how fast we're going. Come on, run faster. Going 8 miles an hour. Pick that up. Come on, faster. It was just a playful moment between a father and a son who just got back from watching the Cowboys get beat again. And him wanting to have aspirations to play football.
That's how he explains it. Now, let's bring in a psychotherapist here because we have to understand what's going on from the psychological perspective on it, and a contributor for BabyCenter.com, Dr. Robi Ludwig. Robi, I love you. You know I love having you on the show. This one's a head-scratcher for me. Yeah. The father says he was coming back. The kid was in the back. Maybe there was a little bit of seatbelt controversy going on. He said, get out. The kid gets out. You see the videotape. Do you see anything in it that gives you pause?
When I first heard about this story, I was like, my God. Heard about it.
Yes.
It sounded like corporal punishment. You know, sending your kid out to run for not having a safety belt on seemed outrageous. But when I actually saw the video, it did not look as harsh to me. The child did not seem upset. The child was not crying. He didn't seem distressed. The interaction between father and son, they seemed to have a relationship. So if I did not know that the result or the end result was a result of punishment or for this kid not being in a seatbelt, I would not think anything of this video. It didn't look that harsh to me.
Which then begs the question, what do you make of the reaction online to this video? I mean, this man received death threats because of it. I mean,
well,
this
that seems
has
a
to
little
be
extreme, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, doesn't that, the kind of violent reaction online that people seem to have these days to videos or kind of situations like this, that should be part of the conversation too. What do you think?
I think it's so interesting that the people who are most harsh tend to be homicidal or direct this real aggressive rage towards parents. Listen, when it comes to parenting, many people are very judgmental. And we know that parenting is a gray area. What is right? There is no definitive right. So I think that leaves a lot of room for judgmentalness. But it's striking. I mean, we know that in terms of families, there's a range. There's always those healthy and unhealthy type of interactions. The question I have is, you know, does the punishment really, is it befitting? And does it teach the child a lesson? Does this child actually now know he needs to keep his safety belt on? Otherwise, you know, if you're not teaching a lesson, then maybe you're not being an effective parent. But being effective and being abusive are two different things.
Very different.
But isn't this the sort of thing where, you know, the father's being fairly rude, to be quite honest, to his kid? And is this teaching the kid how to react to the outside world as well? He's using foul language. He's making him run in front. He's scaring him by honking the horn. It's not particularly nice what the father's doing.
No, it seemed like a very macho-esque approach to a lesson. I would never recommend it. I would never do it as a parent. Having said that, the ultimate question is, how does the child feel? Did the child feel abused by his father? Did he feel afraid or upset? I just didn't see that in the video.
We'll have to wait for the book to come out. But the question becomes, why did it
His future therapist will know all the answers.
What is your take, though, on why it becomes such a big deal? And why, in the name of defending the sensitivity toward a child, do people reflexively become so insensitive and offensive? Like, why did this happen? Why are we even here?
I think it has to do with parental insecurity. no parent, as trained as they are, ever has a secure sense that they are in the right. So when we now have these viral videos, we can look at somebody else, and then it becomes judgment TV, and you say, that person is a horrible parent. And comparatively, any parent who's in that judgment mode can feel, I'm in the right, and feel a false sense of security, really.
I looked at some of the tweets as this was going on, and it struck me that, like, you know, you're saying to this guy, I can't believe you're doing to this kid. He's now scarred with this. What do you think your kids are going to think when they read these tweets that you're putting out there about people with these ugly, vicious sentiments over something you have no business opining on in the first place, let alone blowing it out of proportion? I think people need to think, before I write this, forget about being the one who's going to get attacked. But even when I'm responding, I better think someone's going to read my tweets. Maybe my boss, maybe a friend, maybe a child, and they're going to see how I'm reacting to things and judge me.
The golden rule.
Treat others.
And I think people think when it's anonymous, they can just say anything, and it has to do more with them, the person writing it, than what they're actually saying.
This family's like scared into their house now.
Yeah, now that shouldn't be.
I'm also kind of shocked to the level, I'm constantly amazed at the level of people will take videos and post them online. You know, there is something to that as well. Like, why?
Dad says he ain't doing that anymore.
But we don't also have all the information. We don't know. We can't tell about this father's parenting 24/7 from this slice of life that we're seeing. I mean, I know I could look at some videos of myself and be frightened by something I said or did. It's not that bad. But I'm just saying it doesn't reveal the whole picture. And I think everybody needs to really take a step back and keep that in mind.
Take a breath.
And as much as I want to defend the family and help them, the best advice for them, even the media is not your friend. Stay quiet. It'll pass. People will move on.
Don't post anymore.
The hate parade will move on.
Stop posting videos. Thanks, Robbie.
Thank you.